So I came out here yesterday from Oakland to represent down here in Southern California and to connect and to collaborate and to network with all the people that are working for justice and peace in our communities in LA, for all of the people that are struggling against police terrorism. I was overwhelmed with enthusiasm at the opportunity to come down here and connect with folks, as we have a serious police terrorist problem in Northern California, and I'm completely aware that the situation is the same here in Southern California. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to connect and build with a brother named Taco from the Riders. And so part of this opportunity was to stand in solidarity with all of the work that they're doing out here. And right now I want to give them a shout out and recognize that the Bay Area is standing in solidarity with that work.
Black power.
And also, I want to let it be known some of the issues that we've dealt with in trying to organize around this case. Now, those of you who don't know all of the details, this brother was killed while the police were calling him a bitch-ass nigger. The police terrorist who killed this brother called him a bitch-ass nigger 3 times. Okay? So we understand that this was a hate crime orchestrated by the biggest gang in America, the police.
Say that.
We understand that fully well. So we have come to address that issue. Now, a lot of you may not also know that the only reason they put charges on this pig is because the community rebelled in outrage. First becoming aware of this case and seeing the video of the lynching in public on the Bay Area rapid transit system, the community was outraged. Young people took to the streets. They marched. They didn't wait for permits. They hit the streets. There was some police cars set on fire, and there was a lot of police terrorism and repression as a result. From the rebellion, the phenomenon got disciplined into organized marches. And out of those marches, the pigs and their system of corrupt laws and courts decided that they needed to make an example out of Meserly as some form of token justice for our community to pacify the outrage and righteous action that was happening in the streets of Oakland.
Talk about it.
Now, you may not be aware, but I'm here to let you know that it was singly the consequence of collective community action that this police officer ever got charges in the first place. If we leave it up to them, they will never prosecute themselves for murdering us day in and day out.
Come on.
So I came with one message. If I can only get this one message across to you, it is on us to make justice happen. It is on us to take our lives into our own hands and determine the fate of our communities. The days of being able to depend and trust in the police department have never existed.
Thank you.
They haven't passed. They never existed in the first place. Young people today are fully aware that the police have never, in the history of their existence, been accountable to us, our communities, or our lives. And today is a momentous occasion because we have the ability to connect the struggles of a whole coast into one formation. And that's what you see here today. All of these people that have come from different places to build on these issues. We understand that Oscar Grant is not an isolated occasion. We understand that there are thousands of Oscar Grants. We understand that the police probably take out another Oscar Grant every day. We understand that it will not stop until we put it to an end, until we come together and collectively wield the power to get these terrorists out of our communities.
Teach.
Now, if you should know one thing, is that we are in solidarity. all of those of you people working in LA for justice, for peace, for our young people, for a future, for our communities, you should know that we extend open arms to you from the Bay Area, from San Francisco, from Richmond, from Oakland, from Berkeley, and from wherever else we hail from. We're all coming together for one reason. This is a movement. We come together around this case because it is the most clear, the most present, the most ridiculous example of why we need to come together. That is the importance of the case of Oscar Grant, is that we can see on film a public lynching of our brother, and we can recognize the importance of us coming together and building on that. And so you should all know down here, we're watching up there, and we have spots if y'all want to come up there and build. We're working on political education. We're going to be back and forth down here. Also, to make a point that because this case was moved, we recognize that there is a great possibility that it could be moved again. And it would be moved again because of demonstrations like this, where we show them the potential of our collective action. And it is a direct threat to their hegemony and terrorism and domination of us. And when they recognize, when they begin to lose the holds of control of dominating our communities, they're in danger. So look at yourselves and look around at the comrades around you. Build with them. Because if you're looking for justice, it's standing right next to you. It's not gonna be in this court. It's not gonna come from a so-called peace officer, where the only peace they know is the one they pull out to shoot us in the back when we're laying face down on the ground, unarmed, like Oscar Grant. All power to the people who don't fear freedom.
All power to the people.
Give us your name.
Give the name and spell it.
Give us your name and spell it.
My name is Hannibal Shakur.
Spell it.
That's Hannibal, Shakur, Shakur. And I'm representing Oakland. I'm not representing the organization because I represent a community. And I represent a federation of communities that are in solidarity with the Federation of Communities down here in Southern California. And we're all together. And you can look forward to building with us as we're going to look forward to building with y'all.